Alright, what's going on, you guys? This is Alec Garza. Back again with another action figure review. This one being the Gundam Universe RX-78 to Gundam GU-01. The classic, the OG Gundam. This is one that's very popular in pop culture. Seen in a lot of things. The new Ready Player One movie that just came out a year ago, I think, or some time ago. This right here, it's kind of ironic how I picked this figure up. I was at Walmart. There was a restock of Marvel Legends that I had seen and everybody was talking about on Reddit, on Action Figures, the subreddit, and I had gone to my local Walmart to see what they had, and nothing was restocked. However, I saw this on the top shelf where they store all the extras where they don't have room for, and this caught my eye because I've never seen Gundam figures sold at Walmart before. So definitely wanted to grab this one and check it out. You see there he is in the package. Very cool artwork on the front. Very, very cool, very detailed. This one ran me about $27 on Walmart. I could have got it cheaper online, but I saw it at the time and decided, well, I guess I gotta pick it up. But yeah, here's the other figures that are in the series. I really want this Wing Gundam one. Looks really, really cool. Really looks like a true Gundam with the wings. But yeah, let's crack this thing open. I'm not gonna spare no time with the cut. I just figured it'd be a waste of time to do all that editing when I could just crack it open. Keep it simple, keep it quick. Here's the instruction manual. You know, you see all the stuff, all the accessories it comes with. We'll get into that here in a second. Nothing on the back. Here's the figure itself and all of its accessories. But first, let's start out with the accessories, of course. Just like every other figure reviewer out there. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Okay. Right, so let's get into the accessories. First, starting with the hands he comes with. This one here is the shield holding hand, I believe. You see, it has minor details. Still looks really cool though. And then the gun holding hand. Pretty simple, pretty basic, pretty standard. And then we have the, actually leave this out. The rifle he comes with, a laser gun. Looks just like on the package. However, he doesn't have a little handle that it comes out on the side, which would be cool to pose with. As you can see, he has a shield in the back here, and we'll get to that, and the little blades, hilts right here. Which is kind of unfortunate, you know, I really wish he did have that little handle. But not much going on here. No paint, just plain black. There is gold here on the little, I don't know, I guess scope. Couldn't tell you what it is. There's no way you can port this on him, unfortunately. I've discovered when I've unboxed them already, but you know, of course, everybody's got to look at their figures before they put them back in the box and review them. This part does come off, and it can also rotate to the left or to the right if you want to do some little dynamic poses, but this part does come off. Put that back on. Very easy. Very nice. Not much detail. Very nice sculpt though, at least. And then we have here his shield, which is very cool. I really dig the paint apps on these accessories. They look really good. And on the back here, not much paint, a lot of detail though on the sculpting, the mold. And along with the shield, he has this handle, and this part pegs into the forearm. This one he's supposed to hold with his hand, and I'll demonstrate how that's done. But this you can just attach right on in here. Oh, let me see if I can do it. No, I'm struggling. Okay, there we go. Yep, there's that, so you can rotate this around depending on how you want to hold it. And then we have these two saber hilts, if you will. it's not much of a sword, I guess. I mean, it is a sword, but more of a saber. Both of them are same design. You know, just opposite pieces. Very cool. Just plain white. And then they come with these little laser effects, that of which you can put both on the gun and the hilts themselves. The hilts to the sabers. Sorry, I dropped one of these. It can be put in like this, so you can have them holding one of them. And then, of course, you can put this on the end of his gun, which looks really cool. It's a bit long though, so when you're trying to pose him, it's kind of hard. We can do some real, you know, 3D shots of them, which would be really cool. Maybe I can get one of those at the end of the video. But he has 2 of those, so you can put that onto the back of him. But that's enough for the accessories. Let's check out the figure himself. And one thing I forgot to mention, he comes with this peg for a stand that he doesn't come with, unfortunately. There's a specific one. It says here on the instructions, this one right here. This part's supposed to go on the underside of him so that he gets a stand up or float, if you will, on his stage 5 or act 5 or whatever. Yeah. And then for the figure himself, GU-01. There he is in all of his glory. Beautiful looking robot, Gundam. You know, the one you see in all the pop culture. Here's a closer look at his face. Beautiful paint apps. No smudges, nothing really. You know, noticeable. He's got the blue here on the chest with the yellow vents. Red on his abdomen on the side. He's got a little jetpack here on the back. And here's where I thought you could port the gun. I've tried everything. I've tried the handle, tried the grip. I've tried this other little handled grip thing. I've tried this little back peg. Doesn't fit. None of it fits. Unfortunately, I wish you could pose him so you can, you know, have him with the gun on the back as opposed to him holding it. These don't move. They look like they might, but they don't. These panelings here on the front, pretty plain, pretty simple, but very cool, very effective. Here's the ports for his shield on the forearms, and he comes standard with the closed fist hands, and as for his legs, sorry, we're getting a little bit out of focus here a couple times. It's got this like pearlescent white. It's a bit shiny. It's not straight white. It's a tiny bit. Very nice detail on the legs here, on the knees, and then on the feet. Very nice. Little divots here on the feet, and then on the bottom you can see the little rocket boosters and all the other details. But yeah, that's about him for the figure. He's very cool looking. Haven't really watched much Gundam, besides I did watch the Iron-Blooded Orphan series, which had the Barbados figure, or Barbados, which is one of the cooler looking figures. I plan on getting him eventually, not anytime soon, because I've got a bunch of other stuff on my list. But yeah, very cool looking figure. So let's get to his articulations. Alright, for his articulation, let's get to his head. It goes up this much, not very far, down that much, not very far. Left and right, not so much. He's on a very tiny ball joint, which is kind of sad. It does move a little bit at the base here, but not much. Put this back on here. There we go. So not very much head movement. It can't go all the way around. Let's see here. A little bit of crunch, not far back, a little bit forward. No joint, can't go side to side, unfortunately. Without breaking it, of course. Let's see here, we have a little bit of articulation in these little hip panels so that you can get in, you know, in some little dynamic poses as such. There's these are on ball joints also on the side. here. No joints on the back. Let me get back up to his arms. These go up and down, don't go out much. The shoulder pieces themselves have a tiny bit of articulation. His arms go all the way up. They do a full 180 or 360. Let's see here. It sounds like it's breaking or something. It's just a bit tight. Elbow joint, no swivel. It seems to be a single joint. Wrist, ball peg, pretty simple. My apologies. Hip joints, or yeah, these are ball joints, so you know they can go just about anywhere except for there, that far, this far up, this far back. The knee joint, double jointed knee, can bend that far back, all the way up to his head. No knee swivel. Ankle joint, yes, that seems to be on a ball point too. These have little ball joints right here on the inside. You can see it, very subtle. And yeah, I think that does it for his articulation. Pretty decent, not bad. I mean, he is a robot, so it makes sense for him not to move super fluid-like, but he'll do. So I'm gonna get him some pretty sick poses for you guys and give me my final thoughts. Was he worth the $27, I wonder? For the paint apps, I mean, they look great. Everything looks solid. Everything looks flush. You know, he just looks like standard Gundam figure. When people say Gundam, this is what you see. Yeah. So let's get him in some poses. Bam. There is the GU-01 holding some accessories. His beam saber, saber beam, what have you, and then his beam gun. And you see he has a shield on the back, and then also I forgot to mention that these hilts here that you can take off, you can peg them here in the back, this little rocket pack or booster thing right here in this little divot there. And you can also peg the shield into a little peg hole that's in the back, the very back, in the middle. I like that whenever I use the light on my phone, it reflects off of the beam to make it look like it's glowing, which is really cool. I'm zooming on the head there. You can see his eyes; they're green, very nice. A few concerns I have with this figure, or the accessories, I should say, or a few cons. He only comes with a limited amount of hands. I mean, 4 is plenty, but he only comes with one gun holding hand and one sword/shield holding hand. That of which is, he only has a gun holding hand on his right hand and a sword/shield holding hand on his left hand. You can't really interchange the two, which is unfortunate, because you only have these two-fisted hands here. But I'm sure you could manage to slide one of the saber hands into the air. You can just see that it has a little finger on the trigger and everything. So another thing about the figure, his feet are really big and wonky, so it's hard to get him to pose in a dynamic. You know, he has to kind of stand vanilla because they're so flat and wide. This shield, this shield falls out really easily. I tried to make a point there, but it really didn't work. I guess I stuck it in real good this time, but it's held in by this little tiny peg here on the back. So yeah, let me get him in another pose, and I'll let y'all know what other thing. And now we have him in the shield holding pose, if you will. A bit more dynamic, have him spread out a bit. Had to do some real dirty things just to get this ankle to pivot like that. As you can see here, very good looking figure. I do recommend them. For the price that I paid, just get him online. I paid the maximum at Walmart. Don't suggest it. I mean, he's not saying that he's not worth it, of course, but it's just, you know, you could get him for cheaper, so don't do what I did. Yeah, he looks great. Let me show you how he's holding his shield there. You see the handle slid in right there, and then pegged in right there to his forearm. It would be on right there in the middle where that side is. But yeah, great looking figure. I'll do some size comparisons here in a minute. It's one thing I failed to do in my Doctor Strange video. I don't own really mini Mobot. Oh, fuck, I still can't talk. Mini robot action figures at the moment, but I will in the future, distant future. Yeah, let's do some size comparisons and we'll close this thing out. Alright, so GU-01 stands right at about, without his sabers, looks to be about a little less than 6.5, if not 6.5 exactly. And I'll have a couple figures here. I have the SH Figure Arts Naruto Sinin mode. He's about 5 inches tall, something of the sort, if I could get him to stand. There we are. And then we have the Marvel Legends Classic Mysterio standing right next to him, and you can see they're about the same height. Mysterio's dome makes him a bit taller. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I appreciate all the feedback I've received, all one comment. If anybody is watching these, it'd be great if you subscribed and liked, so I'm not doing these for no reason. It just gives me something to do. You know, and I kind of like collecting these figures, so yeah. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Let me know which one y'all want to see next. I mean, you can see the one of these, or I mean, people have done reviews on both of these, definitely, and definitely that figure too. You know, I just have nothing else to review, nothing exclusive yet, so let me know what else you guys want to see. I do have a Dante figure. I told you about that NECA Dante Inferno figure that I received. I have the God of War, I have the Kratos figure, I have the Far From Home Spider-Man, the Sekiro statue. I mean, that's about the extent of my stuff. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Y'all take it easy.